everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Heidi and today I'm going to chat about the raspberry perfumes in my collection. I've got 6 raspberry perfumes here for you to chat about, and I was actually thinking that I want to do a note video every month. Now raspberry, perhaps something like caramel next month, and then pear. Let me know if that is something that you would be interested in, and also feel free, guys, to, if you have a perfume in that note that we are talking about, like the raspberry today, please comment and tell me what's your favorite raspberry perfume. I would love to know because I love raspberry perfumes, so any suggestion will be welcome. So before we get started, as always, guys, you know I can't see, so things might not always be in focus. Furthermore, please subscribe if you like perfume related content, and to also like this video. It really helps my channel. Before we get started, I also just want to thank Tanya Peters. She kindly did my makeup today. This video is not sponsored, but she did it for me for free. I will also link her business down below. She does permanent makeup, and yeah. So just look out for fabulous ink in the description box. So now we can get started with the raspberry notes. So first up is this one that's new to my channel, I think, and this is Belle Intense Mint. So I spoke about the intense version before, but this is the intense mint. Taking the cap off. I can't resist. You know that by now. I don't really like this bow. I don't know if they didn't do it right with my bottle, but it doesn't feel like a proper bow, and it's a bit plasticky and whatever. So, but yeah, this is the 100ml bottle. I'm going to read the notes to you. This is amber floral fragrance, and it was released in 2020. In the top you have raspberry, pink pepper and bergamot. In the mid you have heliotrope, jasmine, sambac, orange blossom, and in the base you have vanilla, iris, benzoin, patchouli and sandalwood. So what I smell in this fragrance is vanilla and raspberry. That's the 2 things I get, with a bit of powder, definitely powderiness. That probably comes from the iris, because iris does give fragrances this powdery smell. So I'm gonna I'm always so hesitant to say this because people might say, are you insane? But to me this smells like a mixture between Turkish Delight and baby powder. I love it. I'm not too fond of baby powder, but in this instance it's like baby powder but with a bright fruity component. I think I'm making it worse as I'm describing this. But let me know if you know this fragrance, what you pick up from it. But that is what I get. It is extremely long lasting. Yeah, I wore it to bed the other night. The next morning I could still smell it very strong on my skin, very strong on my clothes. But this is, for me, is a soft, feminine, fruity vanilla fragrance, and that is Belle Intense Mint. Go and check it out and let me know what you think of that, guys. I would love to know what you think of it. The next one, not new to my channel at all, is the beautiful Intoxicating Montpellier by YSL. I'm gonna read the notes to you. So in the top there's strawberry, raspberry, pear, orange, tangerine, colivrian, bergamot and cologne. In the mid there's peony, I think, jasmine, sambac, Chinese jasmine, datura, orange blossom, and in the base there's Indonesian patchouli leaf, patchouli, white musk, vanilla, amberwood, moss, and cedar. So this is definitely a fruity, like I say, a fruity floral fragrance. And I wanted to take the cap off, but the cap is already off. You see what I'm saying? When I'm saying things might be out of focus. So as I've said before, you guys, I mean, raspberry is only one of the notes here, and that really is not the star of the show. When you spray this one, you get a burst of berries. So yes, raspberry, strawberry. For me, actually, when I smell this, I would say that the strawberry almost takes center stage here. But it's a very fruity floral with a very intoxicating dark heart, almost this red wine scent in the base. So very different to La Vie Belle Intense Mint, where the raspberry is quite prominent. Very girly fragrance as well. This is Montpellier. Right, next up we have the marshmallow raspberry one. This is, don't know what side it should be. This is the D&G Perfume. I spoke about it before. This is one I love to wear to bed. It is a very comforting scent to me. Sure, you guys, I did this video right after, I'm doing this video right after my gourmand video. So I can't, there's not really room for me to spray on myself. Oh, and all that I can smell is the Montpellier on my fingers. Yeah. You get the raspberry and you get the marshmallow. Don't think, yeah. This is a very comforting scent for me. It will always be in my collection. I'm going to read you the notes. So in the top, there's raspberry, mandarin, orange, and neroli. In the mid, there's orange blossom and jasmine. And in the base, there's marshmallow, vanilla, sandalwood, and heliotrope. Yeah. I've never smelled the Perfume Intense. I would really like to smell that one. Apparently, that one is more smoky. But this one is just vanilla and marshmallow and raspberry. I sometimes, like I said, I spray Kayali Vanilla 28 on this as well. I layer it with it just to bring out that marshmallowy vanilla scent, to enhance the vanilla, really. Oh, yeah, this is very nice. I've realized this is not for everyone. Everyone doesn't like it, and it's quite surprising to me because it's such a comforting, sweet, girly scent to me. I've also smelled the other day, I smelled that Love Don't Be Shy by Killian. And you guys, I must say, there's something in that perfume that really bothers me. I'm so glad that I didn't blind buy it because I think it's like 2,800 Rand for 30 mils, I think. There's really something that it's a bit nauseating to me. I wonder if any one of you had that experience because I know it's such a popular fragrance. It feels like almost like I'm missing out, but you know, what can I do? So yeah, this is D&G Perfume, very comforting fragrance. Just turning my notes here, and we get to this one. Jeremy Fragrance spoke a lot about this one as well, and this is, I'm just feeling for the writing. This is Lancome's, so this is our second Lancome's Midnight Rose. This was my signature scent for years. Oh, I love it. Oh, I cannot lie. I know so many people don't love it. And I get it, but as for me, I will always love it. I've got a backup bottle of it. I'm going to read you the notes. There's in the top, there's raspberry and rose. In the mid, there's cassis, pink pepper, peony, and jasmine. And in the base, there's vanille, musk, and Virginia cedar. So this is a very syrupy. I know Soki London said it's like a liqueur, and I get that. Some people say you can only wear this for date night. I absolutely disagree. I mean, when it was my signature scent, I wore it everywhere. I wore it for date night, for day, for summer, for winter, for brunch, for lunch, for work. This is the raspberry rose queen, as Jeremy Fragrance put it. It is a beautiful, jammy. I said before, it smells almost like a strawberry jam. So if you don't like a jammy rose, this is not for you. This is definitely for me. That is Lancome's Midnight Rose. Once again, at the end, I will talk about longevity and things like that. So next up, we have this one, and you know this is not a favorite of mine. This is Armani In Love With You. I was in love with this fragrance when I bought it in 2020. I was in love with this fragrance. But then my obsession with fragrances started, and yeah, I'm afraid it was just a fling. So let me read the notes to you. In the top, there's raspberry, blackcurrant, sour cherry. In the mid, there's rose, jasmine, wormwood, and in the base, there's patchouli. It's a very, you know what I get? It's a very uncomplicated fragrance. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I get why I loved it. In the top, there's definitely that burst of raspberry. But I think what bothers me is by the time it dries down, it becomes this sort of thin, almost musky scent that I don't like. So there's a sweetness to this, a raspberry note that's very nice, but it becomes something that I don't particularly love. I will not get rid of it, but it's for sure not a love. And apparently it was not just only a thing for me, because I think it was released in 2019 and it's already getting discontinued. So apparently I'm not the only one. And then last up we have Midnight Fantasy by Britney Spears. Ooh, this is nice. This is very, very nice. Let me read the notes. So this is a fruity floral, and in the top there's plum, sour cherry, and raspberry. In the mid there's orchid, iris, freesia, and in the base there's vanilla, amber, and musk. I do not get a lot of vanilla in this one. I must say I'm surprised to read that. But it's a bright, happy, go lucky, almost candyish scent. Definitely almost like with Montpellier, that opening, you know. There's the cherry and the plum and the raspberry. So it's not really discernible. The raspberry is not really discernible, but intermingled, it makes for this absolutely gorgeous, girly scent. I would definitely wear this for a lunch with the girls kind of scent, or staying at home or having a fun day out, that sort of fragrance. It's very different to Fantasy, the original Fantasy, in my opinion. That one for me is a bit darker, but this one is a bit more lighter, brighter, higher notes, that sort of thing. And now I lost my train of thought. Oh, but I said in my gourmand video that for me, Fantasy by Britney Spears, even though it's dark, it's not necessarily this mysterious. It's almost what you see is what you get, and this is her as well. Definitely. Highly recommend. Right. So let's just recap. So here we have the La Vie Belle Intensement. It's a powdery, sweet, vanilla, raspberry that smells a bit like Turkish delight and baby powder to me. Very long lasting, very projecting. We have the very intoxicating, bright with a dark base. Montpellier by YSL, very girly but intoxicating. Then we have the Midnight Fantasy by Britney Spears. This is just girly, not necessarily intoxicating. Also, not very long lasting, but it doesn't do too bad, I must say. Then we have the In Love With You by Armani. This is also raspberry, I want to say vanilla. I don't think there's vanilla, but it's a raspberry scent with sort of a musky undertone, a bit linear, I would say. Not sexy in my opinion. Just everyday. Then we have the jammy raspberry and rose queen midnight rose by Lancome that I will wear anywhere. And for me, it also has a girly quality to it. And then last, my very comforting, sweet vanilla marshmallow raspberry Perfume by Dolce & Gabbana. Right, guys, so that was it. Please don't forget to let me know the raspberry fragrances in your collection. What do you think of these? Do you have any of these? I would love to hear from you. And let me know whether you would want me to continue with this note series, perhaps once a month. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.